Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Fred and Friends. I'm your host, Fred Schultz, and we got kind of a mixed bag tonight. This past couple of days has been kind of rough because we've had a very, very good friend and a sponsor of mine from way back in the day, Mr. Joe West, had J&J Burroughs back then. He passed away yesterday, and it's been devastating to a lot of us. One thing I always say is I'm not blessed for who I actually am, but who I got to know. And I got to know Joe. He was a terrific guy, and we're going to talk a little bit about him tonight because, I just wish everybody could have known him. It's really a tough thing. It honestly is. He was a very, very good man, and he was very, very good for paintball. So tonight I got some very, very good guests on here tonight. I'm going to have Dan Colby on from Immortal Air. I'm going to have Chris Sierra on. Chris is from Maui, and he's putting together a fundraiser to bring the young guns, the Maui Misfit Minis, over to the World Cup in Orlando. And, with the devastating fires and everything that they've had there, it's a little bit tougher than it would normally would be. They had a bunch of things all lined up to go ahead and do, and then they weren't able to do it because of the fires. So we're going to talk to them a little bit about that, and then I've also got Ramon De Leon on. Now I met Ramon at the WCPL California Classic a few weeks ago. Great kid, and he's opening up a store. We're going to talk a little bit because I want to give him a boost when his store opens. I'd like people to go there and support him because, like I always say, we all work together. We make paintball bigger and better, and that's what we're going to try to do. And I got a few things I want to mention before I get into this because we're going to talk about the fundraiser. We're going to talk about the store opening, but we're going to talk a lot about Joe West tonight also. Just a great guy. We'll get more into it in just a little bit here. But, there's also going to be a 5-man amateur at Shooters Paintball. Now, Shooters is where we just had the WCPL tournament. Well, we're going to have an amateur and a novice 5-man up there. And it's going to be in October. The dates are pretty much set, but not positive. So I'm not going to mention them tonight. I will mention them next week. But everybody knows that Shooters was the field was great. We had a great time. Plenty of air, paint shot good from Belkin. Everything was straight up, and the people that showed up were probably the best you'd ever want to meet in paintball. They were just absolutely outstanding. Obviously, I've got one that I met tonight. Ramon. I never knew him until that day, and I am so glad of it. He's a very, very good guy. And now, the next couple of weeks, I've got some great shows lined up here, guys. Let me tell you. Next week, I have Todd Winokur on. Okay, Todd's he's just a great guy. He used to run the PBSL down in Southern California. Has a great fishing boat. He has all them super cool pictures of the fish and everything that he's got out there. And he's going to be on with Scene. I'm going to blow this. Takeda. And he has Prime 2 Paintball. And then also Robert Cade of Arcade Laboratories. We're going to talk about the new and really cool Pump Wars that's coming up. And those 3 guys are involved in it. And so I'm looking forward to that next week. And then the week after, on the 12th, I am having, now, I hope I don't blow this guy's name because he's a big dog, Giovanni Di Egidio. I did it. Giovanni owns SatCon Village down in L.A., and it's one of the coolest fields you'll ever want to see. And he's going to be on with his manager, Zayla Crystal Marcel. I probably butchered her name too, but I'm not known for getting the names right. So that kind of works out for me. But anyhow, yeah, they're going to have the Decay of Nations, September 29th through October 1st. And I wanted to go to that, but unfortunately, I will be at the LA Remember Foundation doing it in Colorado on October 1st. So I'm looking forward to also doing that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So let me give my shout outs real quick so I can drag these guys out here and we can get this thing up and running. Because I definitely want to talk about Joe West. I definitely want to see if we can help the Maui Misfits get to Maui Misfit Minis, get to Florida. And I want to give Ramon another boost for his store. One thing I like is I like the good people to really, really prosper and survive in this sport, because the good people are what makes it grow. And so that's why, I only put the good people on here. I keep it real simple. So anyhow, I start out every week. My shout outs, Mr. Tim Schloss, Tiger Stripe Camouflage. The new Tiger Stripe is out. You want to get on Social Paintball and get them. They're cool, cool, cool. And then I always second Mr. Dan Colby. Now, Dan's going to be on with us tonight. Dan's he's one of the coolest guys you ever want to meet. This list of people that I hold in my hand here, that I mention every week at the beginning of my shows, there's a reason for it. These guys worked so hard back in the day for paintball, and still are working their butts off for the sport. Now, if that's not dedication, you think of all the millions these guys stuck into this, and all the time and the effort, and all the hassles that everybody went through. They deserve more than their name mentioned, believe me. So when I mention these guys too, I'm just going to zip through them here real quick. I want you guys to go ahead and check them all out. Jump online and check out these guys. It's well worth your time. Mr. Bud Orr, War Game Products. He is one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet in your life. Still working hard for paintball. Mr. Tom K, Airgun Designs. Rainey and Juvie Boucher, Paintball News. Randy Camilla, APG, editor of APG back in the day. Mr. Jerry Braun. He was the editor for Paintball Sport magazine, but he has Paintball Sports Field in Newburgh, New York, and that's where we had the New York Classic this year. Always a great, great time. A lot of fun to go there. And then Mr. Ross Alexander. Ross Alexander was my first sponsor in paintball. I still have my original Bushmaster from the 15-man teams that we used to play on. It was absolutely great. And then Jim Lively, 2 tournaments every year you wanted to do, Jim Lively's Masters and Jerry Braun's World Cup. Very, very cool. And then I mentioned Gino from Belkin. Gino, every time I blow his horn, he goes, "Oh, no, don't talk about me. Don't talk about Belkin." Well, I got to, because, you guys don't see what this guy does behind the scenes. He does an awful lot, and I got to tell you, why he's so shy, I don't have an idea. Somehow we got to bring him out of his shell, but we're working on that. But he's a great guy. He does an awful lot for paintball, too. And then I mentioned my 2 young guns, Mark Gong Jr. and Jaden Gong. They play for the Hermans, which is a young guns team that I've supported since the very beginning and absolutely love. And tonight you're going to meet a really, really nice guy. And Chris Sierra, too. He helps the Maui Misfit Minis, and he's trying to get them over to the World Cup. He's working on a fundraiser. So I'm going to bring out my buddy Bill here real quick. Now he's got his back turned.
Oh, no.
I caught you anyhow.
Yes, you
did. What's going on, Billy?
Not much. Kind of bummed out with all of the news lately, but
very sad, very sad. I was talking to Danny today, and Danny and I were talking about Joe too, and we're going to talk about Joe in a little bit here. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about the fundraiser, and we're going to talk about Ramon and his store and everything like that, and then we're going to switch over to talking about Joe West and J&J Barrels and everything like that. So let me bring out a guy that has been my friend. I don't know if I should tell it, because then everybody's going to know how really old we are. But anyhow, this guy has Immortal Air now, owner of Immortal Air, and he was owner of Air America when I started with him. Back when the dinosaurs, I guess, were still roaming the earth. But it's been a while. Anyhow, please, everybody welcome Mr. Dan Colby. What's going on, Danny?
Good, man. How you doing? Billy?
Hey, good, Dan.
Good.
Yeah, you're looking good, buddy.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame about Joe, huh?
Oh, man, that kicked me in the ass. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I just that blew me away too. Paul Farrell says hi to you too.
Oh, Paul's a good guy. I tell him.
Oh, he's a great guy. Yeah,
hey,
him and Ryan Courtney. There's a handful of these guys. Stephen Snow, Cliff Meyer, and obviously Howdy. there's a handful of these guys that, you got to really call them family because, they support what we do so much. It just, there's not even enough words for it. They're just, am I right, Billy? These
No,
guys
yeah,
every week they fire up on the show right away. It's just, it's just great. Dan, is your field in the panhandle going to be okay with this hurricane?
Yeah, actually, I talked to Steve earlier, and he's battening down the hatches and so on and so forth. We're going to get some wind. I don't think we're going to hit by the hurricane or anything like that. So we're pretty far enough in that we're not going to get that. But yeah, I think we're going to be safe.
Cool. Look who we got watching tonight, Mr. Thomas Gee, directly back from Ireland.
Good guy. Hey, Thomas.
Yeah. Him and his lovely wife went over there and sent some great pictures. The guy's always smiling. He's always smiling. I'm like, what the heck? Doesn't anything ever go wrong? Man, I think I'm jealous. I think that's the ticket, man. I'm happy for him. Him and Eileen, great couple. She's a hell of a paintball player. Ooh, man.
Great.
That lady can play some paintball. Holy smokes. For being such a newbie at it, too. That's what's even funnier, Man, she took to that like a duck to water. So, but anyhow, Danny, I've got a couple guys I want to bring on tonight. I'm going to bring on, let me start with Chris here. What's going on, Chris?
All right, got it on mute.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Very cool. Let me introduce you to Dan Colby. Dan Colby owns Immortal Air.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
And William Bailey, you already know Billy.
Yeah.
And Dirk asked Danny if you're going to St. Louis.
Yeah, 100%, absolutely. Wouldn't miss.
We got to hold you to that now, so that's good.
Oh no, you know that. I got it. You know what I mean? What we do.
Yeah. I'll tell you why he's going to be there, Dirk, is because the band is putting 2 teams in this year because we got a lot of people in the band now. And so we're putting 2 teams in. And guess who's the captain of team 2? Dan Colby.
And just found that out today, and I'm really happy about that.
I thought he was gonna help park cars.
Oh, that's in between him playing.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember, that's why we got the play jersey and the parking lot jersey for him. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Hey, don't worry, Danny. I got your back.
Man, I know you're Fred.
I love it. So anyhow, Danny, Chris.
Is Dirk?
Yeah,
he's gonna be.
Dirk will all be there. They'll be there.
Outstanding. Good.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, and now Chris is from Maui, and he has a team called Maui Misfit Minis. And, I've had the pleasure of not only meeting these kids, but I've had them on the show. And the ratings were great when they were on the show. Everybody thought they were so cool. And anyhow, they're doing a fundraiser. He's going to mention a fundraiser tonight to get the kids, the 5-man team, to come over to the World Cup, to the NXL this year down there in Florida. So we got him on tonight. And then Danny, I want to introduce you to another guy that this guy here is really something else. You know what? Not right there. Pinkin. What a great guy, man. Him and his wife Suki, 2 very, very cool people. So, Danny, I want to introduce you to a guy that's a kid I met a few weeks ago at the WCPL out here in California. And he's opening up a store. And I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about it. But I'm trying to give him a boost. I'm trying to give him as much publicity as possible to get him to rock and roll here. So, please, everybody, welcome Ramon De Leon.
Hey,
what's going on, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
So, we're gonna talk a little bit about a few things here tonight, but I'm going to start out right now. I'm going to start out with Chris. Now, Chris, I know you're working really hard because the fires in Maui were pretty devastating, to say the least. And I know a lot of people lost a lot, and a lot of people lost their lives also. So I know it's very, very hard getting all this stuff set up. So anyhow, I'm going to let you tell everybody a little bit about the raffle you've got going and the fundraiser and what it's for. You're up.
All right. Thanks, Fred. So we went to NXL World Cup last year with the same kids team, and Maui sent us. It was their support and their donations and all our Lao sales. Whatever we sold, Maui bought and supported us. But because of the fires, we didn't think it was right to ask Maui again for help. So we reached out to our partners and family paintball community outside of Maui. So, the Mark Gongs, the Big E's, Fred, for help. And a lot of people have been helping so far. So right now we're doing a raffle. It's just stuff I had laying around the house, and just to try and raise money. To get from Maui to Florida is expensive. Last year it cost us about $20,000 to get there, to bring family and the team. This year we're looking at about $15,000 to get the team there. And we had fundraisers planned to get us there, but because of the fires, we had to stop any fundraising we had here on the ground on Maui. So thank you to everybody out there that I reached out to, that our team has reached out to help and share our posts and stuff. So we're running raffles weekly. We have a lot of stuff. I brought some of it here today, but raffle starts on Monday. One of our parents, Nancy, she's in the comments, I see. She's our social media guru. Yeah, that's her. And she'll post up the raffle item for that week. It starts Monday. We close the raffle on Saturday night. And we're going to go live on Sunday to pull the name.
Well, let me ask you real quick, Chris, where can people look to find out that they can actually get into this raffle? What will they get on to find out about this?
They can either visit our Facebook page, Maui Misfits PB, I believe it's called, or our Instagram. So there's
and the Instagram is Maui Misfits also?
Yeah, Maui Misfit Minis.
Minis, yep.
Yeah. And there's a story highlight on there that has the Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App links are right there. See, Nancy knows more. She's awesome.
That's it right there. So everybody want to get on Maui Misfit and Minis Paintball on Facebook, and then they should that will direct them. Then once they get on there, that'll direct them to where they could go for the fundraiser. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're also donating, because everybody on our team knows somebody that was affected by these wildfires. We're also donating a portion of the proceeds to a specific family in Lahaina that lost their house or had kids, or both, really. Hey, that's my PayPal.
Yeah, there you go. So show a couple of things real quick, Chris, that you have got up for bids. So I know one
right
of them.
now, yeah, for this week we got Ryan Greenspan's Team USA jersey. They're playing this coming weekend, I believe, in France. So they're in France right now.
Yep.
So this one's up right now. This one's going to end on Saturday, and then the name is going to be pulled on Sunday. So that's the current one. We got a field one gear bag.
You know, those are great too. I got one sitting right up here. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's the perfect size.
It is. It seems like the older I get, the smaller the bag I like. So
yeah. We got the Hormesis and then a collab jersey with the matching number headband. Yeah, what is this? Who is this? Archie Montemayor Dynasty. I'm not sure what year this was, but autographed. DJ Sakaguchi, he's been a big supporter. He ended up coming and talking with the kids at World Cup last year. He's from Hawaii, Seattle Thunder, and so did Patty Gleason too. Patty's from Maui. He's been a huge supporter of ours. Infamous, Thomas Taylor. Oh yeah, and the raffle is $5.
yeah, Nancy's got your back, Chris. Don't worry.
I know, she's awesome. If I didn't have her,
it's like all of us, you know. Behind every good guy, there's a woman pushing him, taking care of him.
yeah.
So, yeah, we all know the drill. Believe me.
And then the last thing I brought was the Ryan Greenspan. This is their Windy City jersey that they're going to wear next month.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you're not putting all those up at one time, though, right? Just
No.
you'll
they're
get on
weekly.
Saturday to find out what it is.
Monday morning ish, Hawaii Standard
so
Time.
Monday they find out what's going up for bid, and then Saturday's the draw. Or
Saturday we cut it off, and then
Yeah.
Sunday's the
Sunday's
drawing.
the draw. Very cool. Well, looks like you got some good things. You know, I'm hoping that a lot of our listeners will see exactly what you got because, you know,
Yeah, there's some cool stuff.
Yeah, I had the privilege of meeting the Minis last year when I was at the World Cup. I had a great time with them. And then I had them on the show. They were kicking the pants, man.
Yeah.
I got to tell you. Yeah.
We saw you in California too this year. We did the King of the Ranch with Mark and the Tomuras. Hermans.
Yep. Absolutely. So that's pretty cool. Absolutely. So I'm going to jump over real quick to Ramon. You're sitting there. I got to tell you, man, you have been working on your store for how long now?
About 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
Trying to dial everything in.
Yeah. How's it coming? Pretty cool.
Let's see. I have my, what's it called? The pegboards to go up, but I got my shelving already. Then I'm going to get a mural done here in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, we're all set to open. Got enough dealers on the line where I can start ordering. So especially Vulcan being the first one that actually responded to me.
Yeah. Well,
So-
you know, yeah, and plus you got to meet Gino tonight. You know,
Yeah.
Gino was on with us earlier when we were in the green room, so I got to introduce you to him. He's a great guy. So
And then
you
with
know,
Dan Colby, I actually got introduced to try to get his air by Paul from Virtue. He told me to call you guys up, so I gave him a call John up. So I was gonna give him a call tomorrow.
Outstanding. I told him you're going to give him a call. It'd be great, man. We'd love to hit the board. Anything you need, let us know. We'll try to take care of you.
Perfect. I'd love to have it.
Absolutely.
yeah, John's his son. John's doing all the legwork. You know, Danny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Danny's deal, but Danny's put his time in, man. You know, Dan and I go. When did we start, Danny? God, it had to be the '80s.
Yeah, man. It was in the late 80s.
Yeah, it was the late '80s we started, and matter of fact, I've got my very first because I used to shoot remote. I got my very first Air America system still. Remember, big old steel tank. I got regs about this tall on it and stuff, man. So I've got some. You know, I've been in Air America, now an Immortal Air fan forever, and what I like about them is their excellence to whatever they put together. Am I right, Billy?
Yeah. You can't beat the Immortal Air or Air America. They're icons.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about it.
It comes highly regarded from Paul from Virtue, so I was like, oh yes, definitely.
Great to hear it, man. And we won't let you down. I mean, it's our name behind everything we do, and we're not known to punk out. You know what I mean? So we got your back. We got your back.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I'll give you
That's-
guys a whole spot.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's an old one there, huh?
Yeah. Remember
Wow.
that one, Danny? That's a blast from the past there.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a few of them too, man. I got, matter of fact, the last one that I played with professionally is this guy here.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's the last guy right there. And then I got the mini. You remember when you came out with the little the small tank, Danny?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've still got the one that Tom K gave me the number 13 RT mag. I've never shot it, and you gave me the number 1 mini with the Fred Schultz head on it, and I've got it sitting up here. I've never even aired it up.
I mean, there was a lot of the regs had you as number one. It was always number one. When I put out a number one, when I put out a new product, I had to put it under Freddy. You know what I mean? Just like what happened. You know what I mean? But yeah, you had you got the whole history behind you of the air systems and the expansion.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's
What's with the purple rail? You know, Thomas Gee's watching us tonight too, Danny. You know, Thomas, back in the day, that's all I had was purple. Am I right, Danny? I shot the purple chrome gun all the time, you know. I had a kid one time, you know, he goes, oh, man, you know, Freddy goes, I was on the other team. He goes, and I could see your purple gun and chrome gun. And I said, you know, kid, I wasn't hiding from you. I said, I was coming for you. You know, there was a difference. So,
right.
and yeah, let me see if I can grab this guy here real quick. This guy here is absolutely one of my favorites. If I can get it. I got so many markers and stuff here, but I got to show this. Now, this is the number 13 RT, and this is the number 1 mini. That's the RT. See that little bitty? Look at that tank, Danny.
Oh yeah, man, that was a 4500, 45, yeah, 45 cubic inch.
Yep.
Yeah, man, a little peanut. Yeah, it was a cool bottle.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the number 1. It's got the number 1 reg on it, and then I've got the number 13 gun. So I was pretty happy with this. You know, that's one thing, Danny. You know, same thing with Joe West. You know, Joe West from J&J Barrels always took care of me, and you know, you were always the same way. You just, you know, you guys always followed me to the big games, to wherever I was going. You and Airgun Designs always had somebody there for me, because you know, I tell everybody, you know, I was a driver, not a mechanic. If I worked on my stuff, it didn't work, believe me. So.
You know, you were always an amazing guy, man. Not only that you're a good friend, but you're really a great ambassador for the sport. And back then, you know, it was really hard to try to get out to the masses and make sure, you know, it was so foggy on who were everybody. Yep. Everybody had to take their own stance, you know what I mean? And you always stood for the right and righteous and staying right and making sure that the players were taken care of. You went down that direction. You didn't go for greed and money and, you know, and fortune. You know, you did it the right way. And because of that, I always went with you because, man, that's the way we were headed. And, you know, we had the same philosophy, taking care of the customer, making sure that, you know, the guys were taken care of. You know, it wasn't about the industry. It was about the player.
Yeah, you still have that same philosophy, though, buddy. You know, I got to tell you, you know, you haven't changed in all the years. So, yeah, you might be a little grayer, but, man, you're still the same guy I met, you know, 30-some years ago.
Hey, man, you know, it's funny. You know, this industry, there's changes that need to be made. When people sit there and stay stagnant for too long and, you know, things go by. As a consumer, you're looking for the next new. You know what I mean? And when either you put up or you shut up, and I still think there's a lot of work for us to do. So, and especially reference to our new regulators coming out. When you see this, you're going to shit. You know what I mean? Sorry about that, Freddie.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
You know, so all I'm trying to say to you is there's always something. You got to be creative in this industry, and so on and so forth.
Well, you always been top notch, and you always been so particular about everything. That's that's one thing that always amazed me. I mean, if something was a gazillionth off, you didn't use it. You'd have to get that gazillionth taken care of to make it happen. So that's
No,
why your product is always so good.
thanks. I really appreciate it. But it's when everybody said that there was no other way to make a regulator, and everything that we've done has been copied. We could either shut up and be a man and walk away, or actually just say to people, man, it's pretty ignorant to think there's not another way. There's always another way. Anyhow, they just didn't figure out the next way. We did. So that's where, you know, that's the reason I feel that we're still in the marketplace. John's taking over the company because of he's taking over the company. But realistically, on the end of it is there's so much to be done yet. It's far from over as far as technology. And once you see the new regulator, you'll see the path we're going down, and you could just imagine all the things that in the future might hold with this particular regulator. Once you see the workings of this regulator.
Well, you've always been such a brainchild about it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I've done. No, I was just saying.
Oh, yeah. You've always been such a brainchild about it. I used to love it. I walk in his shop when I first went down there and I met him, which was an interesting trip, but I won't get into that. That's another show. But anyhow, I go down and meet him. I walk in, and this isn't a shop. This is a warehouse. I mean, I walk in, there's hundreds of tanks lined up. There's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of parts. And I'm going through, your dad, Howard, was there, and Debbie. And I mean, what a setup you had down there in Chicago, man. It was so cool. And I walked in, I was so impressed. And I remember you talking about a spring. You had something like 500 springs, and you go, yeah, but it ain't right. I don't like them, so we're not going to use them. I got a different spring coming. And I'm like, well, what's the difference? And the difference was so minute, but you still weren't going to use it. It didn't make any difference. So that always impressed me. After that, I came back to California, and I'm like, I am so happy I'm with this guy. This guy is cool as can be. So
Thanks, Freddy. We'll
Yeah.
never customer down. Never.
Not, that's why Ramon would be good. You hook up with Immortal Air, and they have such a good reputation. That's the thing. So
And that's
customer
what I'm
service is
looking
good.
for. Any product that's backed by people in the industry themselves, because it's like everybody can go for the hype train, but I want to sell stuff that is reliable, is just really good quality, American made for sure, that type of stuff.
Well, the thing is, you sell a product and the product comes back. A lot of times people are just so mad that they won't buy that product from you again. They won't buy nothing from you again.
Yeah.
That's the sad part about business. So that's why Danny, they've always put out the best of the best all the time. I think that is so cool.
Thanks.
So
man.
and we're hoping. I wish because you're opening October 1st, correct, Ramon?
He's froze up.
Everybody froze. Everybody hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Freddy.
I can hear
Oh.
you.
Okay. Ramon, are you opening October 1st?
That's my planned grand opening date. So yeah, maybe mid-September for soft opening for like just paint and stuff for locals, but grand opening October 1st. Yeah.
Okay. Where's your store located now?
Escondido, California, near San Diego.
Okay. And the address?
132 West El Norte Parkway, Escondido, California.
Oh, very cool. I wish I could be here. I'm going to be in Colorado that day, or otherwise I would definitely come down. But I will come down and hang out at your store one day. Maybe I'll come down there, and maybe I'll bring the studio down there, and we'll do a show live from there.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we've done that a couple of times, and it's been pretty cool.
Are you
I
working?
actually like that.
Are you working with any fields?
I got the local fields right now. I actually talked to Giant. So Gino, I'm gonna start. I have a phone call with them this week actually because I wanted to see. There's another local tournament that's based down here in San Diego that I was able to be a part of this weekend, and we're gonna try to partner with them as well. And that's solely at Giant Paintball Park or SC Village up in Corona. So again, just local tournaments is what I'm going to be trying to base myself into, because it's going to get my local Sunday club hopefully up and running as well. Because that's how I started playing, a Sunday club. So I just want to bring that back to Escondido.
There you go.
Keo's a winner, man. I mean, you hang out with that guy, not only that you'll learn something, but you'll never lose.
Oh, he's funny as hell too. You know, Bud and I were down there, and he took us around for like 3 hours on Saturday, and he showed us all the new stuff he's doing. And actually, Danny, he's going to be on my show not next week, but the week after. He got a hold of me, and he's going to come on his show because we're going to talk about the Decay of Nations, which is September 29th through October 1st. Obviously, I'll still be in October. So, but anyhow, Gio's going to be on here in a couple of weeks.
Oh, great guy, man. I definitely, I'd like to see that. He's a good guy. Like I was just trying to say to him, though, if you're with the guy, you'll learn something, because the guy is so smart. But
I mean, just looking at his parks, he's a genius.
Oh, he is.
Well, you know what's cool about his park, man, is, I mean, some of the statues he's got. Danny, I don't know if you've been there in a while, but God, he's got this stuff from the movie sets and stuff, man, and it's amazing. They're like 30-foot statues and stuff, and I'm like, what is going on? He is so funny. Did you see what Ryan Courtney said, Ramon?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan Courtney's a good guy. This is one of the good guys I talk about in paintball. The guys that those guys talk, I listen. That's how much I think of Ryan Courtney and Stephen Snow and Paul Farrell, and these guys they're just about as cool as could be. And then here's a Facebook user. It says Dan Colby is the best. But we don't know who it is. Who is it, Billy? Billy can tell me.
I'll look it up real quick.
Billy's good at this.
It's Mark Gong.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, thank you, man.
Mark, why is your name not up there? Yeah, and Ryan just said Mark Gong. Oh my goodness gracious! And I always thought that you were the wizard of the tech world here. Mark Gong, that we talk about the minis, the Hermans is the team that I kind of linked up with at the very beginning, because, I talk about the young guns all the time. And, the Hermans, way back in the day before the Hermans started, Mark took his two sons, Jaden and Junior, out. I think it was for Father's Day and a birthday combined type of a thing, to play paintball. And after that, I seen that he took him out there, so I had to put him on his show and talk about it a little bit, because you never heard about kids' teams, Chris. They might have been out there, but nobody talked about them at all. And then, so we started, had them on, we talked about them a little bit. And then next thing I know, people are texting me from all over the place going, oh, we have a kids team too. We have a kids team too. So, there was a lot of kids teams that were out there. But I got to tell you, Mark Gong kind of really brought it to the forefront of everything. First of all, he's a dedicated parent. Him and his wife, Lily, they're just great people. I think it's mostly Lily, but I still love Mark too. But anyhow, they have done an awful lot with their kids for paintball. And then I go out there when they started the Hermans, and Chris, I got to tell you, it just flourished. I mean, kids just kept wanting to come in and play with the Hermans. Next thing I know, I go out there, and even for a practice, all the parents are out there. They got barbecues set up. They got tents and stuff set up. I mean, it's what you want to see. If you want paintball to grow, if you believe in the sport like I do, this is what you want to see. And Chris, you guys are doing the same things with the Maui Misfit Minis.
Yeah. We're trying to get as many young people interested. We do all kinds of stuff at the field. We loan out electric markers to new guys that want to just try an electric marker and not use the rental. We give out jerseys. We just try to get kids excited to come back. So same thing, but we work closely with Mark Gong too. Actually, we talk quite often.
Yeah, him and Michael Beard too. Michael Beard works
Michael
really
too.
hard. Yeah, they're and I'm blessed around here. I mean, I got Ryan Podesta, and there's just so many great people that I get to hang around with out here. It's not even funny. I absolutely love it. But the young guns are where it's at. They really, really are. So, I love the young guns, but, I got to talk a little bit, guys, about one of the old guns. And that was a very, very, very close friend of mine. He was my sponsor for years, Joe West. He had J&J barrels. And I have got, this is some, I was telling Gino at the beginning in the green room, when my contract ran out with this other company that I was with. I didn't want to be with them anymore, so I went with J&J. He called me up and he goes, "Fred," he goes, "would you be with J&J?" And I said I would absolutely love to do that. And this is no kidding, everybody. The next day, I got 50 barrels, 50 J&J barrels in a box in the mail. So this is the next day. He overnighted these guys to me. Same thing Dan Colby does to me sometimes. It's amazing. So anyhow, and then he goes, "I want to do a Fred Schultz signature series barrel." And I go, "You got it." So he starts sending me barrels every couple of days and tells me to pick out the ones I like. So I pick out the ones I like, and then I start getting them. And that was my thing back there, Fred Schultz Pro Gear. And this is one of the barrels. This is for an automag. This one I got right here is for a cocker. See if I got it. I probably got it upside down. Anyhow, that's the one for the auto cocker. And I have got about 15 to 20 barrels from back then that are still in the original packages. I never sold them. I never gave them away. I still have these guys. Joe West, Danny, you knew Joe West real good too.
Yeah, he was a good guy, man. He was a real guy. I'm really glad to hear about him. It's the really thing. Like I mentioned to you, I just talked to the guy probably 2 weeks ago, and never a million years. I thought if anything, into the car racing and the drag, but I mean, they're gearheads, So if he would have told me he went out on a dragster doing 300 miles an hour, I'd think, yeah, what a hell of a ride. I know it, But on a tractor going down like that,
I know it. Isn't that unreal?
I can't. Yeah, man, it saddens me to hear that. He's
Yeah.
a good guy.
Yeah, we linked up because I had dragsters too. I dragged back in the day. So him and I, when we linked up, we had a lot of stuff in common.
I didn't know that, man.
I got pictures of my dragsters. Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, when I got out of the service, I went down to get my GI loan for a funny car, and they just looked at me and laughed. So that never happened. So I went and I bought a slingshot. You know what a slingshot is, right? The slingshot is the long rail. It's got the bike tires in the front and stuff like that. Anyhow, make a long story short. So my wife and I went and bought one of those, and then the engine, I could never get the engine tuned like I wanted to. So, but I raced. I had a '65 Pro Stock Mustang, and I had a 1970 Pro Stock Roadrunner too. So.
Oh no shit!
Oh yeah, I got pictures of all of it. Oh yeah,
good choices, man. I like that.
Absolutely, yeah. I had my first race. My dad had a go-kart track when I was a kid. I got my first trophy when I was 9 years old. So I raced for a long, long time. That's how I broke so many bones is on the motorcycles. dirt biking and stuff like that. So I busted up over 40 bones. You can ask my wife. Yeah, I used to love to race, and Joe was so much into that, man. He made parts. He had his race cars. He made parts for all different kinds of things for his race cars and everything. And I wish Chris and Ramon could have had a chance to get to know him. You and Bill got to know him. These guys. That's why I mentioned the guys at the beginning of my show. Is I want the kids nowadays and the people, not just new in the sport, but people have been into it for a few years, but don't have an idea who these guys are. I want them to really get to know these guys, because these guys not only put a ton of money back in the day into the sport, they put their heart and soul into it, and they worked very, very hard. Here we go, Ryan Courtney. So Ryan Courtney, man, you're cool, man. You're an old guy too. Yeah. Very autocock, yep. Automag barrels. Yeah, I do too, man. I've got about 15 of them. He used to send me so many barrels I can't begin to tell you, and I would give them to my friends. I'd give them to kids that I would see out at a field. That I'd go, "Hey, have you ever shot a J&J?" And they're like, "Oh, no, what's that?" And I go, "Oh, try this," and they just shoot darts, man. So
Hey,
and I give it to him. Yeah, Danny.
he was good with the stainless steel barrel, but didn't he come up with that uh, ceramic coating for that? Was he?
Ceramic coating, yes, he did. Matter of fact, I got steel and aluminum and ceramic coated barrels.
I got my Fred Schultz signature series ceramic barrel on my Automag.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I swear to God, it's down.
Yeah.
So no, man. So no, I thought all his barrels. I always shot with a J&J. You know what I mean? It was always a good barrel. I wasn't much of other barrel kits. Okay.
Yeah, me neither. But Danny, back in the day, everything was 68.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you get it. You get the barrel things. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the brass Pro-Am barrel.
Yeah.
And he'd put a copper sleeve over it.
Wow, very cool.
That's an old barrel there.
Yeah, it is. Holy Christ, Billy! I didn't know you did it.
Well, if anybody's got old stuff, it's Bill, man. Look behind him.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah. So, if he would have started collecting when he was a kid, he'd have had parts of the Mayflower. So, but
I think he does though.
he does. He's reaching for it right now. The Saxton, yeah. I gotta love it. So, Chris, I wish you and Ramon could have met this guy. This guy was absolutely terrific. And, he's the kind of guy that would have jumped in and give you a hand too, for your stuff. One question I didn't ask is how long are you're gonna run every week until go time?
Yeah, we're gonna try to. The hard part is we need to buy tickets soon.
Oh, you don't have the tickets yet?
No, because we don't have the money yet.
Oh, I gotcha. How much are the tickets?
There are 700 per person right now. Times.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the tickets for the raffle. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're $5.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're a lot cheaper than tickets.
Yeah. I'm sitting there thinking 700 a ticket. Well, you're not going to need a lot of people. So
yeah, we need just about 10 of you guys, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
So what do you know what you're going to go up with first? What's going to be auctioned off first? Do you have an idea?
It's the ones right now that's up for this week is the Ryan Greenspan USA.
Okay.
Team USA jersey. So that's up right now on our Facebook and Instagram. We haven't really discussed. I think it's going to be the Greenspan Windy City since that is coming up next month.
Got it.
So yeah, this will be the next one. I think this one's also signed. Ryan
Very
sent
cool.
to us.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys all live out here by me. Quick fact, Oliver Lang and Greenspan and Alex Frazee, all those guys started on my field I had out here. That's where they all started playing paintball. They only live like maybe 30 minutes from me, except Yosh. He lives about 3 minutes from me. So Yosh Raw. So, but yeah, they're a great group, and once you get this thing going, if there's something else that we can do to give you a hand, I'm hoping people that are watching this tonight, spend $5-10, jump on and buy a ticket from these guys, and maybe get something cool. But what you're going to get that's really cool is you're going to get the satisfaction that you helped somebody out to go to the World Cup. And when I mean somebody out, I'm talking about kids. Because, Chris and I talked at the beginning of the show a little bit in the green room about, how everything has changed in Maui. How last year Maui helped everybody, but now Maui's been devastated, by the fires and everything like that. So it's very, very hard for them to really jump in to help. But I think it's a good thing for them to push forward on this for the kids because, it's bad enough that all of this happened. The kids need a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for, Chris? a little bit of joy in their lives, and this would
Yeah,
definitely
just
bring
a
it to them.
change of scenery. I mean, I told you I don't watch the news anymore because it's just too depressing to see places that I've been, growing up, that
Right.
is just gone.
Yeah.
Lahaina was so historic. Um, there's just a lot of cool stuff down in Lahaina town, and I've worked in Lahaina town, um,
Wow.
and just everything's
Yeah, I've
gone.
seen pictures of it. I can see why you stopped watching TV. It was pretty devastating. You know, so you're going to have every week. So you're going to have at least 8 giveaways. Am I right?
Oh yeah, if not more. I mean, just
Yeah.
here,
I
there's
am
like
going to. I'm going to go through some of my stuff and see if I can pull up one of my jerseys, and we can put that also up there for you.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got I got a freak stainless kit too. That'll go up with the ACP barrel tip and back. There's just a lot of stuff.
Well, let me see if I can put something together to give you guys a hand here. And then also, what I want to do, Chris, is maybe bring you and Nancy on the show in a few weeks, maybe in 4 weeks, to see how it's going, and that'll still give us another 6 weeks before the tournament. What do you
Yeah,
think?
that works. We can get the kids together too,
Oh yeah, that
because they've grown up so much. You'd be surprised what they
they
look
were
like
a
now.
riot.
They're
Yeah,
they're much older
they're
now.
just a classy bunch. I'd like Danny to meet them, man. Yeah, Danny would love them. So yeah, they're a great bunch. And then Ramon, I can't be there at the beginning of your store opening, but I got to tell you, I'll support you all the way. And then when I finally get some free time, I'll drag all this junk down there and we'll set it up in your store and we'll go live from there.
I appreciate it. Any help is helpful. So thank you.
Yeah, no, I think you're going to do good. You're linking up with Gino from Velkin, and Gino's a good guy. You're linking up with Immortal Air, so what you're doing is you're jumping in with the muscle of the industry, the people that make a difference. Because you get guys like Gino and you get guys like Danny up here. These guys are connected. Believe me, they can make it happen. That's
I have
for
a lot of
sure.
support from my teammates, and then just the old store owner from the city. He's in my right ear too, just with any
Okay.
questions I have.
Well,
Yeah.
mention some of the fields around you that you're going to be working with. So, I know you mentioned SACCON. I'm actually wearing my SACCON
Go.
shirt today. Yeah. Gio gave me that. Bud and I went there about a month and a half ago, something like that. And he gave me this. He gave me a real cool jersey I got somewhere. Danny, you recognize this jacket, Danny?
Hey, yeah, that's the older
Huh?
pick.
Is that bad? Let me turn this around.
Man, still got that, Freddy. Cool.
Oh, it's still like brand new. That jacket's been all over the world.
Yeah.
How many of these jackets are there, Danny?
There's 2 of them, Freddy. You got one. I got one.
That's right. Always been a privilege, man. I absolutely love that. So yeah, I got some memorabilia here too. So believe me.
Man, cool stuff, man. It's just historic. History shit. The barrels. If you take a look back at the barrels and the guns and the evolution, how things all started manifesting to where it is today. From the guns that you started with, from the CO2 to the nitrogen to where it is today. You got the whole thing where you're at.
I got them all. I got them all laying down here someplace. Inside the studio. I got stuff from the very beginning with the same way. Tim Schloss. Tim has the new Tiger Stripe out now. It's at Social Paintball. And Tim's like you are. Tim could have had this Tiger Stripe out a year ago, but he kept sending it in, and they kept sending it back. And Timmy's like, no, that's not the right color. No, that's not the right color. So, Tim's just like you are. He's a perfectionist. And once he got the right color, then it was a go. So they got them at Social Paintball right now. But what I'm looking forward to, and that's one thing that would be sad now because Joe Westwood have probably came to Tim's event in October in St. Louis, and we could have all got together and had a great, great time. But I'm looking forward to going to St. Louis and looking forward to playing there. I love the field, and and I love Tim and Terry Schloss. You just they are like family to me, just like you are, Danny.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and look at the little group we get to hang with. Come on.
Oh, it's amazing. It's really amazing.
Mhm.
Billy, he could cook up some fajitas and shit, man. I'm thrilled. I mean, man, if you take a look, that essence of paintball right there is the end of the game to going back into the pits and listen to everybody and just hanging out and laughing. You know what I mean? Just having a good time and laughing. It doesn't, everybody wants to win, but it's about the hanging out. It's about goofing around and having a good time. I mean, if we win, shit, it'd be surprising. Shit, we'll take the win. But if we're still laughing, we're still having a great time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's what the WCPL is all about. Is that and when I had the WCPL out here a few weeks ago, that's what I was telling everybody. In the pits, and Ramon was there, so he knows all about it. In the pits, people weren't screaming at each other, fighting with each other. Everybody was, just everybody was friendly. And it was just a fun time. And I was running around like a one-legged man in a butt kicking contest, so I was pretty busy. But it was Ramon. You had a good time there.
I had a great time. I had a great time. It was very a homey environment. I mean, you were able to everybody's campsite was like not campsite, but little hub was so close to each other that you would stray off and you were just talking to someone right there. Oh, how was that match? Oh, what'd you guys do? What were your shots? How's the paint? Everybody was talking about the paint too. So just between themselves.
It worked out really good. And one thing I love about paintball is I love meeting new people. And I met Ramon Danny just a few weeks ago at that tournament.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he came up and he talked to me, and right off the matter of fact, I think I gave you an WCPL shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wore it already this week.
Came up, his attitude was right off the bat. I'm a good judge of people. Believe me.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very good. And
I appreciate you setting it up with us, man. And it's good to and hopefully it's good. Have many years with you.
Oh yeah. Hey, and James, howdy, he's on there. It said WCPL is the fun circuit. You are about as right could be. I'm hoping Ramon and guys like Chris, I hope they get to meet some of the people that actually watch his show, because some of these people are the best of the best, and you just got to absolutely love them, period. So, you know what? We've kind of run through our show.
Hey, Fred.
I'm going to start with you, Ramon. Ramon, I support your store. I support you, period. Okay, the store is second. I support you first because, I like your attitude. I like the way your excitement about being in the sport and, and taking the time and effort to open up a store, because none of this is ever easy. I'm sure you're finding that out. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me, Ramon?
Yeah, that's really tough, Freddy, opening up the new store and everything, You got to give
big time.
Oh, yeah, man.
Big time. Ramon, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think. Okay, yeah. I was just saying that, how happy I am to finally got to meet you and got to know you, and, and to push your store for you, too. So I'm going to let you say goodbye to everybody, and I want you to stay in touch with me. And we will definitely set up a time. I will drag my stuff and come on down there, and we will set up in your shop and do a show from there.
Whenever you have time, Fred, I'm appreciative of everything you're doing for me. So thank you.
So I'll let you say goodbye to everybody, and I'm going to start right off the bat by thanking you so much to take time to come on tonight.
Oh, no problem. I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching. October 1st, hopefully I can get everything up and running. I'm glad I'm going to have great people to work with, like Dan, Paul, everybody that's reached out to me. I mean, everybody's been super supportive. Paintball is a small niche, so I'm glad I can actually get to the people I want to talk to pretty easily, and everybody's awesome, really, really helpful. So thank you.
Hey, it was very nice to meet you. I look forward to doing business with you, brother.
Hopefully give you a call tomorrow, if not your son.
Outstanding, man. We'll be looking forward to it. It was
Yeah,
very nice.
you'll get his son. Danny don't take calls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his phone's for making them. No,
No worries.
right on, Ramon. You have a good evening, my friend, and thanks again.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks,
All right,
man.
bye now.
See you guys.
See you.
What a great kid, huh?
Yeah, nice guy, man.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna like him, Danny. I introduced him to Gino. Gino was in the green room before the show came on, and I wanted him to meet Ramon because Ramon just got a deal with Belkin, so he's going to start selling Belkin stuff down there. So, I just the kids that I like, I want to keep them connected, and if you go, me, Danny, I've dealt with the head all the time. Very rare do I deal with the tail. I always go to the head, and that's who I talk to. And so, he's a really good kid. That's why I wanted him to meet you, and I wanted him to go ahead and meet Gino, and he did. So,
Freddy, yeah, something. I've been with you for a long time, and you never, steered me in the wrong direction. So, if you talk to him and you think that it was, it's a good deal, man, I appreciate it. And he sounds like a really good kid.
He is. Yeah. I only talked to him for just a few minutes right off the bat at the tournament, and, he just smiled and he was happy to be there. And, I'm sitting there thinking, God, man, this is the kind of kid that you want to pass the baton off to keep paintball going,
Right.
So, I was pretty happy with everything, Yeah. Plus, I gave him a shirt. I don't give anybody a shirt.
No.
So maybe I do. I don't know. So, Chris, again, I want to thank you. Now, Chris, I'm going to have you back on in 4 weeks along with Nancy. Okay. So everybody, you want to get on Maui Misfit Minis Facebook page, and you'll be able to buy a $5 ticket. And every week, now the cutoff is going to be on Saturday, and the drawing will be on Sunday, and the new prize will be on the following Monday.
Yes.
How'd I do?
Perfect.
Perfect. Wow. I'll take it. That doesn't happen much. So here's Nancy. Nancy, text me now. Will you be able to come on with Chris in 4 weeks, see how this is going, and give you guys another shot in the arm? Let me know. And Jessica Cortez, too. She's a doll. Jessica, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great lady. I definitely had the privilege of meeting her, and I absolutely love it. So, still waiting to meet Fred. I don't know who that is. And Nancy says, of course. Okay, I'm going to hold you to that, Nancy. 4 weeks, I'm going to drag you and Chris back out. Oh, Brownie? Yeah, I can't wait to meet him either. I want to have him on the show. I was going to put him on tonight, but I wanted to talk about Joe West, and I know I had these, Ramon on. I want to push his new store, and I wanted to push the minis. Their fundraiser. I want to see them get to World Cup. So, I'm going to be jumping in and buying some tickets too, and I hope everybody else does. If everybody bought a $5 ticket, how many hundreds of thousands of players are out here? A lot. Let's just jump on, buy a $5 ticket. Let's get these guys to the World Cup.
Right on.
You know what? Yeah, I already got my ticket, so I'm ready to go. So, all right, my friend. Well, what I'm going to do, Chris, is I'm going to have you back along. There we go. Along with Nancy in 4 weeks. But I'll talk about it every week on the show. I'll mention you, and I'll mention the giveaway and the fundraiser. And let's just see what we can do if we can't put this together for you guys.
Thank you. I saw somebody ask a question of how much does it cost to send a team from Maui? This year, it's right around $15,000.
For how many people?
For 12 people.
12 people. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a big feat. And yeah.
Well, hopefully we get a boost tonight, and like I say, we'll have you and Nancy on in 4 weeks. What's that, Bill?
Fred, can they put a link on your flagpole page?
Oh yeah, they absolutely can.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's Tim.
Yep. What's going on, Tim?
You off the air yet?
No, not yet. Here,
Call me,
go ahead.
hey, call me when you're off the air.
Okay, I will. Hey, I want you to say hi to somebody real quick, though.
Yeah?
I got a guy on called Raymond DeLeon. He's opening up a store October 1st. Raymond, this is Tim Strauss, owner of Tiger Stripe Paintball.
Hey,
Hi.
Raymond, how you doing, brother?
How you doing?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Well, good luck. I had a store for a number of years, and Fred did a lot to support me and helped me quite a bit. So, you know, with him out there, whatever he says, he's probably going to be able to do for you and help you out. He's got a lot of good ideas.
I love you, brother.
Oh no, you're the best. But I've got a huge idea for a fundraiser for this Maui thing, and I want to talk to you about it. I don't want to do it on the air yet, but I want to run it by you.
You got it. I'm shaking already. Man, you do that. You know,
Listen.
you are the man. You know that?
No, listen to me. It's a great idea. I think so anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, just give me a call as soon as you can talk.
I'll do that. You got it, brother. I love you, man. Bye-bye. I had to bring you back on, Ramon. That was Tim Schloss. He owns Tiger Stripe Camouflage.
Cool.
Okay? So, you know, you might want to consider carrying that in your store.
No, I definitely do. Everything.
All right, brother. Well, I'm going to say goodbye one more time to you because we're running a little late now. All right? And Chris, I appreciate very much taking the time to come on tonight. And I'm going to talk every week about your stuff. Okay.
Thank you.
And in 4 weeks, you and Nancy, I'll put both you guys on together. We'll see how it's going, and that'll still give us about 5 weeks before you actually have to fly out here. And so that'll give us another 5 weeks to work on stuff then also. Sound like a plan?
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, you know, for you really help put the minis on the map. No matter where we go, the kids get recognized. Whenever one of our parents wear the jersey, it's people are always saying hi. So, you know.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you why real quick. And first of all, I appreciate very much you saying that. But it's because those kids earned it. You know, when I met those kids down in Florida, I mean, they had 180-degree smiles. Everybody was smiling and so happy, and it was infectious. That's all I can say. So I'm very, very proud to give you guys a hand if I can.
Thank you.
I'll see you in 4 weeks, huh?
All right. Sounds good.
All right, my friend.
All right. Thank you.
What a great group tonight, huh, Danny?
Yeah, great lineup, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you helped too. I appreciate you jumping on, buddy.
Hey, it was my pleasure, man. Good to be on.
Yeah, people like you. You know, I really like you, but you know, everybody gets to meet you. You know, you're infectious too.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah. No. I don't mean like a rash or anything. Come on.
Well, yeah. Well, Dan, they really enjoyed those tanks at our tournament the other day. That was awesome.
Hey, great, Billy. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Everything worked out okay, huh?
Yeah, everything worked out great.
Yeah, the tournament went out well, huh?
Yep. No arguments whatsoever. The paint shot great. It rained, but everybody still had a great time, and it was hotter than hell.
Man, that's awesome to hear. You know, I heard a lot of good things about Gino's paint. That Belkin paint I heard, from Freddy and a lot of people. I heard that's really good.
Hey, it shot great out here. And Danny, let me tell you, it was 102 degrees out.
Yep.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
To hear it from you, from Billy, and you know, I know you guys know, talking about. I look forward to it.
And we have the humidity. You know, we were at 70% humidity that day, and it was 102 degrees. So
good.
Yeah, and 70% humidity, man. When I'd be standing still, I'd be moving too fast.
Oh God.
You know.
Yeah. People had to have little windshield wipers inside their goggles because it just.
You remember the fans inside the goggles, Billy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, Danny. Well, I'm going to say go ahead, Danny. What?
No, I said they worked good back then.
Yeah.
They did, but they dry your eyes out too. You know, I amped mine up. I had a really high speed one, you know. So it worked out good to start with, but it kept making my eyes close. So what the heck, you know?
I could hear it all the time. It drove me crazy to hear it.
Yeah. Hey, Ramon, hang on. We're going to talk in the green room. Okay. All right, Danny, let's say goodbye to everybody real quick.
All right. It was good to see you guys. Billy, be cool. All the other guys, nice to meet everybody. And thanks for having me on, Freddie. And it's always good to hear you and talk to you, man. So look forward to seeing you guys soon. Well, I'll see you for sure at Tim's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. I'll talk to you in the green room.
All right, man.
All right, everybody, that was Mr. Dan Colby, Air America to Immortal Air. That guy has made nothing but superior products the whole time he's been in paintball business. You know that.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Always good.
And
Awesome.
he's just fun to hang with. He's a kick in the pants, man. You know?
Earmuffs.
Right on, Billy.
Just
I'll say goodbye to everybody.
Carry a quarter jar around. Well, we'll see everybody.
Yeah.
My team got our jerseys in today.
Oh, did you?
This is
Let's see 'em.
jerseys. Yeah. So
you're number 68?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yes.
I thought you were 69. Okay.
No. 68 was the year I was born. But
oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not going by age. I got it. Okay.
Yeah. Not yet.
They look great, Billy.
There's not enough room on the jerseys for your guys' age. You look like escaped convicts. You know, convict 1492327149770.
Little bitty numbers, man.
Yeah.
They just run around me. All right, Billy.
See you
All right,
guys.
man. Take it easy, my brother.
Yep.
All right, everybody. You know, we ran a little long tonight. You know, I'm not going to apologize for that. I appreciate everybody hanging on and watching. I got to tell you, you know, my prayers go out to Joe West's family. Losing Joe, you know, you always hate to see a very, very good person for our sport go out like this. And this is a very, very sad time. But I hope everybody will get on and check out Joe West and really see what he has done for paintball over the years and what a great, great person he was. And I can never, ever say enough about him. And he will absolutely, truly be missed. No doubt about it. So, all right, everybody. You know, you get a chance. You heard about Ramon. You want to check out his shop. Chris Sierra and Maui Misfit Minis. You know, jump on their page. Spend $5. Get a ticket. Maybe you win something. It'd be cool as heck. But what you're really going to win is you're going to win the thought knowing that you helped somebody, a kid, go to the World Cup. I think it's great. Because remember, guys, we all work together. We make paintball bigger and better. So until next Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock Pacific time on Facebook on Flagpole Productions, please, everybody, play hard, play safe, play fair, get out there and play paintball. All right? Talk to you. Bye now.